same thing going up here behind his natural. So Zukarakox is actually being pretty clever and just really abusing this terrain that Zerg has such a hard time with by just cannoning him in kind of all around his expos just to kind of keep track of him.
Right. This is just some really, really clever abuse. To steal Freeworm's phrase. And here we go again, dropping that probe. Let me check the vision.
Oh, look at that. Look how he's...
Actually, Yulath sees it. I'm not sure... Well, I'm not sure if he actually sees it, but he has vision of it. So I'm not sure why he wouldn't be canceling it. Yep, there he goes.
And I love how he does that. He builds the photon cannon with the warp prism, and then builds a pylon behind it. So while it's building, he can then cancel it and then build the other one.
That is a fantastic strategy. Yeah, Zukarakox is just absolutely in control with his photon cannon dropping nonsense.
Yeah, he is completely shut down, and he's completely aware of everything. And I couldn't think of a worse build order to be using to counter this than a whole bunch of speedlings, because they just will take so long to claw through the
Absolutely.
rocks.
50, 75 speedlings, 74, he can't take out the rocks, because he doesn't have range.
So finally these lings are going to get up here and clear out his rocked, walled natural. But, this is a bad position to be in. So I want to see now, granted that was interesting, and like I said, a fast Colossus would be a perfect play for him, and that's exactly what he went for. He's got 2 Colossus out on the field, he's already researched thermal lances, and he's getting a 3rd one right now. And those, if he's smart, he's going to walk them straight up onto the cliffs and really have them seal the deal here. Because with this high ground advantage, he can just do lots of damage to these armies, or at least, keep the pressure on the main. Frankly, he doesn't even need it, though. He's already cleared out all these naturals. And there are the lings coming in, getting burned up from a distance. The Mutas, though, being a clever choice against the Colossus, but I just don't think he's got the numbers to take out with that many stalkers walking around.
Ooh, losing all of the Colossi to the Mutas.
Yeah, and frankly, those lings did a lot of damage. I was surprised. They actually, did a pretty darn good job against all those stalkers out there, the 1/1 lings. Still curious about exactly how effective that build order is going to be in the long run. But he also has yet to really address this problem with his expansion. So hopefully this battered group of mutas here is going to have what it takes to actually get up there and do some lasting economic damage.
Right, they seem to be in actually pretty good health, except for 2 that are in the red. If he can just come out and, snipe all of these probes, he will be in a great forward economic advantage. And that's what we're seeing right now.
So for those of you just tuning in, we just got a big influx of viewers here, but I am Harlequin. With me tonight is Atomica, and you are watching game 1 of the bronze matchup between Zukarakox and Yulath, both fighting for 3rd place in this tournament here. So this is a best of 5, and this is the SC Reddit Open tournament, since we have a bunch of viewers who seem to have just connected during this game.
Indeed.
But meanwhile, just trying to see how well he can drive home this Mutalisk advantage, because he did a little bit of economic damage, but really Zukarakox is in a great position to be able to photon cannon his expansion and just be done with it. So I'd be curious to see if he can do any damage, but he still has yet to really address this problem. He's finally throwing a whole lot of lings at the photon cannons up there.
Go for the pylon.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that works.
Yeah, it's kind of right at the border between 2 and 3 cannons being powered by a single photon cannon is when you want to attack the pylon versus the cannon. So, interesting choice, but we'll see. Still, the gold is still cannoned off a little bit. Hopefully, he'll maybe take that out, but I don't even think he's expanding anymore. Expanding the gold anymore. He's certainly taking both his naturals now a little bit more confidently. Again, a constant criticism of Zerg players. I'd love to see him connecting this creep a lot better and just, kind of spreading that creep, sacrificing a little bit of mana, because he's certainly got it. He's got tons of queens out there.
Absolutely. Just these small things that actually can make a big difference, especially when it's just split seconds between having your backup there to support incoming attacks. These mutas are just absolutely destroying the main.
Yeah, he killed a handful of probes, 2 cannons, but now he's just covered in stalkers.
Oh,
he's really got to get out of there.
Good.
And frankly, that main is pretty mined out, so those workers could have easily been sent anywhere else. Yeah, he just oversaturated his upper expansion. And it looks like Zukarakox is actually getting a firm hold on his gold expansion now too, just to kind of combat all that. So, that'll catch him up a little bit to the Zerg player's macro. I'm still curious to see if he's going anywhere. He's got the Infestors up. He could be going Tier 3, which would lead into Ultralisks really well, and he's probably got the economy for it. But he does need to upgrade that layer at some point.
Absolutely. He is sitting on one more expansion than the Protoss player. So as long as he can hold it off and let his macro just overshoot the Protoss.
And here come the Cliff Colossi.
Let's hope these mutas can make short work of them. Ooh, Link Stalkers, excellent.
Yeah, thankfully the mutas. Oh, but now they have to walk straight over all those stalkers. We'll see how well he can take these out. That's working pretty okay. You managed to kill the Colossi. He can probably back out, and the Lings are still just getting destroyed, though. He's really investing too much in the Lings. I mean, not too much in the Lings, but he just can't get enough. He needs something else. He needs Hydralisks. He needs Roaches,
Right. Yulath just really, really needs to defend this map, because if he loses it, he is going to lose this lair, and a huge, yeah, he's going to fall back. There, I can't talk tonight. He's going to fall behind economically and just won't have the resources or units to pull ahead.
Yeah, this Stalker push might be enough to end the game. I mean, hopefully these upgraded Lings will pay off in that, he can flood the area with them and do a little bit of extra damage to them.
Yeah,
but the Stalkers
just
have the
can't
right
get us
idea.
around. Yeah, they're sitting behind this mineral line, and the Zerglings just are forced to be choked between these mineral rocks. Those mutas really helped out, though. This is just a really back-and-forth game.
Gold expansion is up right now for Zukarakox. He should be able to capitalize on that pretty quickly. I would like to see him once he starts getting on top of his macro, because it looks like that should be paying itself off pretty quickly. Would like to either see some more gateways or some more.
Zukarakox's income is actually it's hovering around 1.5, 1,500, 1.5 thousand, and Yulath is half of that. He's only at 600, 640.
Yeah, he's got almost no drones up at his upper expansion, and he's barely been able to get any cash out of that natural just because of all the harassment that's been going on. Meanwhile, he's mined out his main, thus he's effectively on one base right now, unless he can do something about it. Whereas Zukarakox is on one base and then 1.5 bases based on just that gold income.
Right. At the same time, Zukarakox, in addition to producing another Colossus, is actually he's actually researching hallucination for those 3 sentries that are kind of mixed in. So I'm really curious to see if he can hallucinate some Colossi up and really scare armies away.
That's a clever late game ploy, because he's already established that he has real Colossi, so it will throw the players off to be able to put a couple of fake ones out in the middle of that. And here's a pretty big attack here. I like where the Zealots are going. I like where the Stalkers are going. And I think this is just going to end the game here. He probably...
Right, I'm not quite sure how clever his tactics need to be, because really he just has the brute force that he can just run down the Zerg army.
Yeah, I love the way those Colossus look, though. I mean, it's
That's
he didn't
cool.
quite catch which one was which when that happened. It could have been game deciding, but I think at this point he's just kind of showing off. And I think that's going to do it. I don't really see any way back into this game here for Yulath for right now. So the first game is, going to go to Zukarakox.